Hi guys, today I'm going to compare my old standby, one of my favorites, you know me, NYX or NYX HD Studio, why can't I remember this? Studio Photogenic Concealer, because it has like French written underneath, it confuses me. Okay, that one and Dermablend, I've never tried this. Quick Fix Concealer, Titanium Dioxide Sunscreen, High Color Coverage, Long Lasting Color Wear. And this is in, what shade is it? Ivory. Just plain old ivory. And this one is in light, I believe it's just called, where say you? Light/pale. Okay, so I had to buy a new one because my other one I used up. So let me rip in. It's a good thing I have at least one or two long nails. It's like breaking into a bank. And it's a $5 concealer. You know what, I'm not even going to bother unwrapping the rest of it. It's good enough to pull out. Okay, and then I'm going to unbox the Dermablend. Hopefully this is simple cardboard. Yay! Alrighty. And this one is SPF. Did I tell you that? I think I did. SPF 30. Okay, so I have nothing on my face at all. Oh, I'm also going to compare the concealers, and I'm going to compare two Tarte Maracuja oil blushes. One is in Shimmering Poppy, the other is in Shimmering Peach. So we shall see what happens with these two. Okay, so as I was saying, I have nothing. Zilch on my face. So let me just grab my mirror and I wonder if I should crack those blinds open. You know, the lighting issue. Alright, let's begin. So on my right side, I'm going to do the NYX and the Shimmering Peach. To the left will be Shimmering Poppy and the Dermablend. Where the heck did that little thing? Oh, there it is. It's black and I can't see, so it was hiding on me. Alright. Let me just grab right into this here. For some reason this one looks darker than the last one I had. I don't know. Okay. We shall see. I swear I was light. I threw the tube away. Don't move. Okay. Yeah, I think I was one shade lighter last time, but that's okay. We'll see how this goes. Maybe it'll be better for summer. If it ever gets here. I'm in the middle of another snowstorm right now. Another 8 to 10 inches in my beloved New England. Okay. So there's one eye. It's all it's all patted in nicely. Gosh, I love this stuff. That's gonna be a tough one to beat. For a drugstore concealer, the thing is pretty amazing. Alrighty, now here goes this guy. Oh, silly me. Ooh, now this looks more my tone. But you never know. Look at that little gouge on the top. I hate that. Okay. Just smear some of this down. Oh, this has a really thick consistency. Whereas the NYX is very soft and smooth and glidey. But this one feels like it has, ooh, nice chunk. Axe around. Alright, other finger so I don't cross-contaminate. Oh, the big old, that was that chunk off the top. Okay, this feels nice. It feels a little dry. I have extremely dry skin, so I'm always trying to use things that are hydrating. And I did read this, and I swear it said it had, my gosh, I can't think of the word, sodium hyaluronate, but I guess not. Reading back through it, and it does not. Okay, that's right. I don't know which one I was reading where it said that. Well, that's pretty sure I picked one up. Maybe it was foundation. Okay. Okay, so here are the two eyes set with my temperature of my finger, which I like to do. First go round, then I can mess with it. That's a tough call. That Dermablend is sweet. I'm calling that a sweet right away. We'll see though. I'll check back in later and see how it's worn throughout the day, if it's settled in, but it applying it is sweet. So is the NYX, but I already knew that. But that Dermablend, yeah, that for as thick as it felt and as dry as it felt, it pressed in very nicely. Now I'm just doing kind of a sheer layer. I'm not heavying up, you know. I know I can still see my dark circles through a little bit. And that's okay for a first test run, because what I'm really looking for right now is to see, first of all, if it wears away and disappears and vanishes, and to see how it settles around the different textures that are under my eyes and the little creases and yummy things when you're getting a little bit past 30? No, happily past 40. So anyways, keep sticking that dang thing in your face, sorry. Okay, onto the blushes. Again, I'm going to apply them with my fingers. This is the shimmering peach one. Looks like this. Has a little plastic. It's like suctioned to it. Okay, there we go. That looks very dark. I did dip in it to feel the consistency already. You can see my finger smears. And on my finger, it felt really nice. So we'll see. Finger application. A few little wispies. It's very creamy. Very, very creamy. Like almost really wet feeling. And it's very shimmery. It is definitely a shimmer. But on my face, it's not overwhelming. There's that one. Now this side is the shimmering poppy, which looks a lot deeper in tone. Ooh, look at that one, slid right out. Always somebody's got to give me a hard time. Okay, so let's crack this one open. There's that one. Again, I had touched it with my finger to see the sheen on my finger, and it's really dark. Okay. Oops, wrong finger. I meant to use my middle finger so that it didn't. There we go. Okay. I feel like one of those dolls, you know, like an olden day doll where they have like the ivory porcelain face and then boom, boom on the cheeks. But it might wear down. Boy, this stuff feels really smooth and nice going on. It doesn't take a whole lot to smear it. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because, well, we'll just see once it presses in. Because like I said, I have nothing on my face, so there's nothing to keep it up on the top of my skin. It's gonna just soak right down in. We'll see how this wears. Can't call it sweet or stinky yet. So far it feels sweet, but I don't know about the color tones, and I don't know about that shimmer. Alright, so let me pull it back. I can't pull it back because then I can't see. I'm really liking that Dermablend. I'm gonna have to wait and see how that goes later today, because All right, let me put my glasses on. Okay, the shades are pretty. Everything's blended in smoothly. I did not cover up much of my dark circles because, again, I just did like 1.5 layers, pressing it in because I just want to give it the crease test. All right, so I will be back with a check-in later, much later today, to see how these held up and tell you whether they're sweet or stinky. I hope they're sweet because I think they're kind of nice. And I need a good concealer. I really don't need the blush. I have a ton of those. But I'm always on the lookout for one that will add luminosity without like sparkles. And these, so far, these seem to be it. I'm not seeing shimmery, but I'm seeing a nice hydrated looking glow. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back after, excuse me, 7 hours. Yep, 7 hours of trying the blushes and the Dermablend versus NYX on this side. And this side had the shimmering puppy, this side had, I did. I tried myself nuts. Okay, so yeah, it was shimmering peach. So these two plus the Dermablend and the NYX. So my evaluation is the Dermablend rocks and the NYX rocks. They both at this point, I don't know if you can really see, but at this point in the evening, they have both visibly worn off a little bit, kind of, you know, just evaporated, or wherever makeup goes when it disappears. But they both have a brightness. Gosh, this lighting is so bad in the evening. But they both have a brightness. I mean, I can still see my dark circles because, you know, I didn't completely cover that up to begin with anyways. However, neither one looks particularly scaly or settled into my lines or textured areas. They don't highlight that. So for me, that's a huge bonus. As long as they don't, oh gosh, look at my hair too. I was doing all kinds of stuff, cooking over the stove and running around and cleaning, and I even snuck in a little, laid down for about 15 minutes. So I'm looking a little bit, you know, swampy. But the makeup, the blushes have definitely worn away. I can still see a hint of color, which is nice. They are nice. I can't complain. Again, I have a bare face, so all of this is just, you know, being tested out on bare natural skin. So, the blushes, as far as I would say, don't knock my socks off. I don't hate them. I don't say that they're bad, but my e.l.f. for $2 looks just as good. And that's a creamy moisturizing blush too. I like the sheen that these two have, though. They did give a nice sheen. More importantly, though, the concealers are what's really striking me, because that's what I was really testing out. You know, the blush, it's kind of easy to find a good blush, but to find a good concealer, not so much. So I like both a lot. I have always liked the NYX, and now I'm a big fan of the Dermablend. So I think I'm going to give this a couple more tries, making it a more fuller coverage under there to cover up the dark circles. But honestly, I don't know if you can see, but there, I mean, and I wear glasses, so I get those really deep inset dark purple spots too. But I didn't touch it. I have not touched, which was hard, to not touch my eyes at all. You know, even if I felt like a little hair there, I had to just kind of blow it away. But I didn't want to fudge with it. I really wanted to give it the full run and see what it does on its own. And I have to say, the NYX, when I first put that on, the NYX had a little bit of a brightness to it that the Dermablend didn't, but that kind of settled in a way off of the NYX too. That I did take photos. I'm going to try to see how those came out. They were kind of in the dimmer light. I did them at 4 hours. and then, no, 2 hours and then 6 hours. So I'm going to try to work those into the video if they came out okay, where you can actually see something. So all in all, it's a score. They're sweet. Both are sweet. The blushes, between sweet or stink, stank, stunk, I'd give them 1 out of the 3. The stink. I wouldn't necessarily call them sweet, because for the money, I think that you can find something comparable for a lot less. And the ingredients aren't all that spectacular where I'm like, whoa, you know, that's really some miracle stuff in there. Edula seed oil. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. That is very bottom of the list, right before the coloring, carmine, and all the oxides start in. So, grain of salt with the Maracuja blush, if that's what it's supposed to be made with. I don't know. I really didn't totally research this out, which is highly unlike me, but I just, you know, these were on clearance, and I was like, all right, let's give it a try. See if it's a moisturizing blush so it doesn't dry my cheek out, because I do have that problem in the winter. Bad dry skin. I have dry skin all the time, but it's so much worse in the winter. And then when I put powder blush on, I can see sometimes where it separates a little bit. So, and that's on moisturized skin. So I don't despise these. Like I said, they're a stink out of the stink, stank, stunk. So anyways, Dermablend has excellent stuff in it. NYX, not too bad, but the Dermablend has good ingredients. So for the price though, I think this retails, I got mine on clearance at Costco, but I think this retails for like between $20 and $30. I can't remember now. I looked it up, and gosh darn it, I can't remember. And this is like $6. So, you know, for the amount of coverage that you get, I think they're on pretty even playing fields. So I call them both sweet. I like them both. And if you prefer the ingredients in the Dermablend over the NYX, there's your answer. So have a great night, and I will see you guys next time.